Do U.S. and Canadian citizens living in Jamaica have to pay taxes? Published on November 29, 2021. If you're retired and living in Jamaica after spending time in the U.S. or Canada, you may need to pay taxes in Jamaica. Here's what you should know. Living in Jamaica and taxes. In Jamaica, you must pay taxes based on how many days you stay in the country. If you live in Jamaica for at least 183 days during the tax year, April 1st to March 31st, you're considered a resident and must report all income from anywhere. If you're not a resident, you only pay taxes on income earned in Jamaica. Types of income. Retirees often get income from different sources. Here's how it's taxed in Jamaica. Pensions and Social Security. If you receive a pension or Social Security payment from the U.S. or Canada, it may not be taxed in Jamaica if you're not a resident. If you are a resident, you may have to pay taxes on it. Jamaica has agreements with the U.S. and Canada that may affect the tax amount, so it's best to check. Rental income. Income from renting property in Jamaica is taxed in Jamaica. If you rent property outside of Jamaica, like in the U.S. or Canada, it's taxed in Jamaica only if you're a resident. Investment earnings. Earnings from investments like stocks or savings may be taxed in Jamaica. Non-residents don't pay taxes on investment income unless it's from Jamaica. Other income. Any money from a job or business in Jamaica is taxed if you're considered a resident. Tax treaties and special agreements. Jamaica has tax agreements with countries like the U.S. and Canada to prevent double taxation. These treaties can sometimes reduce or eliminate taxes on certain income, such as pensions. Check with a tax expert to see if these agreements apply to you. Key points to remember. Income tax rate. The first $0.5 million, about US $10,000, of income is tax-free in Jamaica. Beyond that, the tax rate is 25% on the extra amount, with higher rates for larger incomes. Reporting global income. Residents must report all income, even if it comes from outside Jamaica. Social Security and benefits. Tax rules for Social Security payments can vary based on agreements between Jamaica and the U.S. or Canada. Tips for U.S. and Canadian citizens. U.S. citizens. U.S. citizens must file taxes with the IRS, even if living in Jamaica. The foreign earned income exclusion may help you avoid U.S. taxes on some income if you meet certain conditions. Canadian citizens. Canadians need to report income to Canada if they're still considered residents. If not, they only pay Canadian taxes on income made in Canada. Canada and Jamaica share tax information to help avoid double taxation. Final advice. Taxes can be complex when you live in one country and earn income from others. It's wise to consult a tax expert familiar with the tax laws of Jamaica, the U.S., and Canada to make sure you comply with the rules and take advantage of any tax breaks available to you. Disclaimer. This information is intended for general guidance and educational purposes only. It does not constitute tax advice and should not be relied upon as such. Tax laws can be complex and subject to change. For specific advice tailored to your personal situation, it is strongly recommended that you consult with a qualified tax professional or accountant who is knowledgeable about tax regulations in Jamaica, the U.S., and Canada. Publish November 29, 2021, 6:22 p.m.